Hey y'all, my name is Ben, and I want to talk to you a little bit today about leadership, something that I have taken a lot of interest in the last couple of years as I've been growing my business. I've got a small landscaping business. We've been in operation since 2016. We've gone from one employee to now, I think we're running 8 guys now, which is awesome. And leadership is something that just keeps coming up and coming up and coming up, and trying to, you know, train guys to lead and that kind of thing has been really challenging. It's been really fun, but it's challenged me to be a better leader as well. Give you a little background. Started in 2016 with landscape maintenance and installation, and then previous to that, I was actually assistant superintendent at a golf course, and it was fun. It was challenging, uh, but kind of made a move into landscaping when I saw that I could make pretty good money cutting grass, and so decided to make that move, and it's been awesome. So if you're sitting on the fence about leaving your regular W-2 job and running your own business, I highly recommend it. It's very fulfilling. It's very difficult at times, but it's very fulfilling. So a couple things I want to talk about with leadership specifically is our ego as business owners. You know, the business is our baby. Um, we've made probably, especially in the beginning, the first couple of years, made a ton of really close connections with customers, and they really look to you still, even if you've been in the game for 7 or 8 years. They're really looking to you to answer all their questions. But you're trying to train up new guys and bring in new guys, and so that those customers can go straight to them, so you can do other things, right? Free you up to expand the business, free you up to uh, grow, really. That's why you bring on other guys, right? Well, your ego can kind of get in the way of that, especially in transition. um, if you're a $500,000 a year business and you're growing, you're in a pretty big transition probably in your business, in your life, and you're in a place where you've got to lean on the guys that have been with you to take over some of the responsibilities that you have taken on over the past few years. So it's really important that you put your ego in check, because our pride gets hurt when guys don't do things the way we want, or they do something different or something like this. We can get upset really easily. Um, and that's not good. You've got to give your guys room to grow. You've got to give your guys the opportunity to um, do things their own way and fill things out themselves. So definitely check your ego every single day. Make sure that you're humble, man. It's so hard to be humble especially when you've grown your own business and you've got all your money tied up in equipment and all your time tied up, and it can be really difficult to trust people, and it can be really difficult to let them grow. But get your ego out of the way. I think that's one of the things that I had the hardest time learning, was like, hey, my guys now, they're better on equipment than I am as far as cutting grass and weed eating and your day-to-day operational stuff. You've got to trust them to be able to do those things in their own way and let them do things their own way. Now, yes, there are standard operating procedures that they need to follow, and there's safety procedures that they need to follow, that you've got set in place, and you don't ever want to skimp on those things. But make sure that you're giving your guys space to grow and not stepping on their toes and not micromanaging them. That can be really difficult. Now, yes, you still have to check on your properties, and however you're set up, if you have a general manager or you've got an operations manager or something like that, that is checking on properties to make sure that things are as they should be, and that your customers are getting good quality. Um, but keeping your ego in check is a big deal, guys. Be humble, be thankful. Tell your guys thank you as many times as you can. Make sure that you're lifting them up as much as you can. Sometimes, we talk about pay a lot, and it's not necessarily all about pay. It's about saying thank you. It's about actually being grateful to your crew and to your crew leaders and that kind of thing. So keep your ego in check. There's a ton of other stuff that I want to talk about in the future. We'll have maybe a few leadership moments or something like that that I can share. But I think the number one thing is just being humble, being thankful, and making sure your guys see that. I think the next couple things we'll talk about in the future is maybe communication. That's a huge leadership uh, skill that's very, very valuable, very, very hard to learn. We'll talk about that a little bit. We'll talk about listening a little bit. We'll talk about uh, a thing that I've stolen from somebody else called normal face, and that's keeping your emotions in check and that kind of thing. So hopefully, we'll get to do a few more of these leadership moments and some things that I've learned and some things that I think you can apply to your landscape business, but any business really. And the other really cool thing is you see this when you start getting a hold of some leadership strategies and really start implementing them. You'll start seeing it in your friendships. You'll start seeing it and doing it in your relationship with your spouse, relationship with your parents, and you'll start doing things differently. And people will really see you change. You say an old dog can't learn new tricks, but I'm not as young as I used to be, but I've learned a whole lot in the last couple of years about leadership. I've implemented them. It's made me a better person. It's made the guys that work for me better as well. And I think it's made our work environment better. I really think it's also made me a better husband and a better leader at home as well. So hopefully you guys can take something from this. And I'm going to try to post a few more of these, and hopefully you can learn a little bit. And I look forward to seeing what people say in the comments. Thanks, guys.